What's going on, guys? It's Greg from East Coast Eyes, and today we have a really cool review for you. This is the SPT2 from a company called Sports Performance Tracking. Originally, we were going to do this just for an accessory review, but we tried it out and it was so cool that we wanted to make it into a more full in-depth review because there are a lot of features of this product and a lot to learn about. So basically what we have here is a GPS-enabled tracking device that is meant to track your gameplay or your training. And so this is really important because, as you know, with like how I did with breaking 100, you need to be able to benchmark how you're doing to know if you're improving, so you can see if the training that you're doing is applying to your game or actually having an impact on how you're playing. So this is a technology used by schools like Hopkins and Maryland, and it's got some really wide adoption, and it is really important to track your gameplay. And even if you're going to high school, this would be a great product for you guys. So the basic kit costs $230. What you get is the tracker. This is the little box that's actually GPS and accelerometer enabled. It's got the battery in it, and it's what is going to produce the data. It's very small, as you can see, based on the size of my hand. Pretty durable and really lightweight, so that's nice. And they have the SPT vest that you get. And so when you go to play, you put this little guy, turn it on, slip it into the vest, put it on, play your game, and turn it back off, and it will spit out all the data. They have a program called the, where is it? It's right here, called the Game Tracker that you use on your computer or your phone as an app, and you can upload all the data in there, track your games, track your training sessions, and also spit out reports of your progression as things are going along. So a couple of us wore this. I wore it for a game, Brian has worn it for a whole bunch of games, and Ben wore it for a game as well. Once you have it on, you don't really notice that it's there at all. I will say that the vest strongly resembles a sports bra, and initially is a little tight and uncomfortable, but it's something that you forget about pretty quickly, and you can definitely see it on Maryland players before they start playing. It makes a lot of sense, puts it right in the center of your back, and you don't really notice, but before you put your jersey on your pads, it does look a little bit odd. So that's just something to note, but again, if you're looking for performance and to play as well as possible, shouldn't really be something that you guys are caring about. So you go in, you play your game, then you come back to your house and you plug it in, and it'll spit out a whole list of data about that game. And it's really cool since it's GPS enabled. It uses Google Maps and pulls in the actual picture of the field that you were playing on, and uses a heat tracking map to show you where you ran and how often you're running there, and shows you a whole map of what you did during that game. And it's really interesting data to check out. All right, so I've got here on my phone some of the data that pulls up for a single game. This is a game that Bri did. So it tells you the total distance that you ran. He ran 2.6 miles in that game. It's going to tell you your top speed. His top speed was 17 miles per hour. He did 255 yards of hard running. He was in zone 6 for 73 yards and intensity of 22. So it gives you all these rankings, gives you these graphs of all your different games. You can sort it and spit out reports. Let's see, it also, again, tells you the total distance, the top speed. It tells you the number of impacts that you had, the number of times you were hit, as well as how many times you sprinted 12 times this game, and the number of times you changed directions or had a 2D load is what it calls it, which is 234 for this specific game, and also the total time that was on, so 107 minutes. So you can use all this data to make these reports, make these graphs, and you can compare games to see how you were doing. And so the data, as you go through your games, is going to start to accumulate. You can track trends and see if you're beating your top sprint rate, or if you are running more intensely, or where you're spending the most time on the field. Analyze all that data to improve your game. Another great thing about it I like is you shouldn't just wear it for games, you can wear it for training too. So you do your training out on the field, maybe you do a shooting session, and you can go back and analyze, was I at my top sprint rate? Was I doing in training what is going to translate to what I'm actually doing in a game, which is a really nice feature. So overall, I could definitely see myself, if I was going into my high school season, getting ready to play club, really trying to play in college and improve my game as much as possible. This would definitely be something I would want for $230 over the course of a whole high school and college career. Is really not a lot compared to what people spend on training and a lot of other things to help improve their performance. And I think this is definitely going to have a payoff, and it's a lot of fun data to track, and it's easy because you can quickly take it on and off and take it with you anywhere. It's very, very small and very high quality. So we'll put the link down in the description if you guys want to check it out. If you have ever tried something like this, let us know down in the comments, and let us know what you think. Make sure to like if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't, and have a great day.